Hey, what's up everyone? Ashley here. Welcome to Ashley Talks Movies, and welcome to my review of A Good Person. Written and directed by Braff, the movie follows a young woman named Allison whose life falls apart after she's involved in a fatal accident. When she develops an addiction to opioids, Allison forms an unlikely bond with her would-be father-in-law, Daniel, who is also dealing with his own grief. Before I get into the review, if you'd like to support the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Also hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the videos I'm posting. Time for the review. A Good Person is a movie about addiction, grief, and tragedy, how people cope with loss. It's a story that explores what effect tragedy has on people. It's emotional and heartfelt, even if the movie is a little heavy-handed on how it tackles some of those themes. At times, the story is overly sentimental and leans heavily on cliché, especially when dealing with the addiction parts of the story. If you've seen any other movie that deals with someone being addicted to anything or recovering from an addiction, there will be so many moments in this movie that seem very familiar. But what saves this movie from being just another predictable recovery drama are the wonderful performances from Florence, Pugh, and Morgan Freeman. Both of these actors give earnest and emotional portrayals of people who are just trying to cope. In many ways, I would say their portrayals are very realistic and very humanizing. And these are characters who are just trying to deal with loss and grief in their own way. Even if their way of dealing with it isn't the most healthy way. And Pugh's performance is just outstanding. She is committed to every stage of Allison's struggle, whether she's crying because she's become overwhelmed in a situation, or she's hitting rock bottom, or she's having an argument with someone, or she's frustrated, whatever the case may be. She completely embodies this character. And the same could be said about Morgan Freeman's portrayal of Daniel. Like, Daniel is this older man who is also dealing with grief. He lost his daughter in the accident, and he's now raising his teenage granddaughter, and they don't really get along because there's this whole generational rift there, and he's just trying to manage his own problems. So I will say the story itself seems a little busy. At the center of it, really, this movie is about Allison and her struggle and her recovery. And then you also have moments where Daniel is brought in and you kind of see his story and what he's dealing with emotionally and what he's dealing with in terms of his grief, and then how the two of them are coping together when they interact. But then you also have Daniel's granddaughter. You also have Allison's mother, you have Allison's former fiance who's kind of in there as well, and they kind of delve into his relationship with his father and his relationship with Allison. And there's all these kind of other storylines that are kind of circling around the main storyline that really, if the film had done a better job of kind of balancing those, it would have been a stronger film. So even though the movie isn't perfect, I enjoyed it, mostly because of the performances from Florence Pugh and Morgan Freeman, but also because I felt the movie was, despite its flaws, very well-intentioned and sincere. There are a lot of themes that it's exploring. I don't think it explores all those themes very, very well, but I do think it has a good message, and it is, again, sincere in what it's trying to show in terms of people coping and dealing with loss and tragedy and grief, and how, terrible moments in life can really affect you. So that's my review of A Good Person. If you've seen the movie and you want to share your thoughts, you can do so in the comment section below. While you're here, like this video, hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this.